Welcome back to the collaboration space. I'm Nancy Lucier from AVI SPL. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about a fun topic. It's about getting out of the house. We've all been cooped up so long and we're ready to go out and start doing things and going out and having those experiences that we used to have, whether it's at a theme park or a museum, or maybe even an area where we're doing some visualization and simulation. And to help me do that today, I have a special guest. I have Larry Paul, who is the Executive Director of Technology and Custom Solutions at Christie Digital. Welcome, Larry. Thanks for joining me today.
Nancy, thank you very much for having me today.
Great. I'm happy you could join us. And I know when I go out and, I want to go to these places like theme parks and have experiences and really feel like I'm having a great time, I notice that color and illumination and the quality of light really have an effect on my experience. And I know, Larry, that you have a lot of years of experience in working with this type of thing. Can you share with us a little bit about your feelings towards that?
Absolutely. It really is time for us to get out of the home as much as we can. And we really want to give a reason for people to go certain places, to see an experience, to have an experience that is really just more compelling than what you've been able to do in your own home theater or your
I'm
own
tired
home.
of virtual. I don't know if everybody
Exactly.
else. I'm tired of virtual.
Exactly. So what we want to do is create these displays or create these systems that really help you see something and experience something that is truly exceptional. And part of the way that's done is through color. And we tell stories through color and vibrancy and light. Just the way you said, it makes you feel better. I mean, you're much more engaged, and that's really what we try to do as well. So we actually have launched a number of products that are hitting close to that Rec 2020 color volume, and you can see on the screen there's three macaws, and each one of them, they sort of look realistic. You understand what they are, but the one on the far right is Rec 709 color. That's the traditional color space that most things are done in. And while you can tell that it's a colorful bird, it is nowhere near the kind of experience that you get from the one that's on the far right. That image is so much more compelling. It feels more like you're looking out of a window, like you're really staring at it. Now,
I definitely see the difference there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. And the reality is we've kind of baked this to sort of do the best we can, given that you're all looking at this probably on your laptop or on your TV at home. What we have to do is really get you out of your home to see this and experience it in real life. Because once you see it in real life, that's when you really get, now I really understand the color. Because the display you're looking at your right now is probably Rec 709. It doesn't have the ability. So we've kind of simulated that image to give you at least a sense of the difference. The reality is when you see it in a compelling environment on it with great content, it really brings you to a different place.
Yeah. And I know that when we go out and we have these experiences, there's probably a lot of use of projection. And, I'm hearing from you, Larry, that the color and the vibrancy is ultra important. I know there's different types of projection. Can you talk to us a little bit about the difference between RGB lasers and laser phosphorus?
Absolutely. So illumination has come a long way. We used to be with lamps, and we still have some lamp-based products, and there are still good reasons to have lamp-based products. But lasers and a RGB laser system and a laser phosphor-based system are really two different technologies that both use the word laser. But in the past, lasers used to be, back in the 70s, laser projectors were direct beam scan lasers, which are actually fairly dangerous. What we're talking about are laser illuminated projectors. And that means it's diffused light coming out of the lens. So you don't have that collimated beam like a laser pointer. But the advantage of an RGB laser system is that you actually have a red, green, and blue laser, allowing you to fill up that color volume of that color triangle of that is as close to Rec 2020. So whether it's the 2012 product that we launched, or 2013 that we were launching our first RGB products, or our latest one, the M4K25 RGB, getting to that larger color volume really enables you to see and experience colors in a way that you have not been able to do it at your home. And that's one more reason that we all desperately want to get out of our homes.
I know I'm ready.
Me too. Me
And
too.
it sounds like RGB lasers really, I can unleash my creativity with that, with all the color options that I'll have. Can you talk to us a little bit more about what are some of the applications of RGB lasers and how they should be used?
Well, RGB lasers are projectors like any projector, but where it's most compelling is if you have a theme park or a trade show or if you're going to be at a planetarium or you're doing a projection mapping show and you want to be able to show something that people just go, wow, I have never seen anything like that. The colors look like I'm actually looking at the real world as opposed to, looking at a monitor. We pick up on subtle cues of what's not real, and RGB lasers allow us to have higher contrast lenses and higher contrast performance and all these different things. So really, whether it's simulation, as you were mentioning, visualization, where you're trying to simulate reality, where you're trying to create an experience that looks just like it really does in the virtual world, or you're actually in the real world and you're trying to create an experience in a theme park or some sort of other entertainment type venue that just engages you that much more. And that's really what RGB laser illumination really does. It really just brings us deeper into that full experience.
So it sounds like it's really creating that immersive experience for me when I'm out and having great experiences when I'm out of the house.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. Well, thanks, Larry. That's all great information to share. I appreciate you joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a blast, and I look forward to hearing more of these podcasts.
Well, that's all for this edition of the Collaboration Space. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube feed so you can see all of our video episodes. And if you want to listen on the go, you can also get the audio version of our podcast on Apple iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and more. For more information, visit avispl.com/Christie.